China's influence is nothing to scoff at. In this video, I'm going to be exposing the strategies they've been using to extend their reach across South America and how we can anticipate their next move on the global stage. Hey there, this is Simply Economics. Do you know that you can help our team? Just subscribe to this channel so we can make more amazing videos just for you. China has been expanding its influence in South America, without most people even knowing it. In recent years, there has been an increase in Chinese investments across the continent that may have gone unnoticed until now. China's increased involvement in Latin America since the 21st century has brought economic opportunities, but also concerns about Beijing's influence. Chinese state firms have invested heavily in energy, infrastructure, and space industries, making China South America's largest trading partner. The country's growing global presence and support during the COVID-19 pandemic have raised worries among the U.S. and its allies about China's geopolitical ambitions and their impact on Taiwan, Cuba, and Venezuela. Historical relationship between China and Latin America. China has had ties to the region since the 16th century, with the Manila Galleon trade route facilitating trade between China and Mexico. In the 1840s, many Chinese immigrants were sent to work as indentured servants in Cuba and Peru. Over the following century, China's involvement in the region was mainly driven by migration, while it dealt with internal issues at home. Latin American countries started recognizing Mao Zedong's communist government after Richard Nixon's visit to China in 1972. However, it was only after China joined the World Trade Organization in 2001 that significant cultural, economic, and political connections started to develop. Today, Brazil, Cuba, Paraguay, Peru, and Venezuela host some of the largest Chinese diaspora communities in Latin America. Progress of economic relations. China's rapid economic growth has greatly influenced Latin America's exports, leading to a commodities boom. Trade between the two regions has increased, making China South America's primary trading partner. Latin America exports raw materials such as soybeans, copper, and petroleum to China while importing higher-value manufactured goods. However, this trade dynamic has raised concerns regarding its impact on local industries. Chinese investment and loans are crucial for strengthening ties with Latin America and the Caribbean. In 2022, China's foreign direct investment in the region reached $12 billion, accounting for 9% of the total. Major lenders like the China Development Bank and the Export-Import Bank of China provided approximately $137 billion in loans to Latin American governments from 2005 to 2020. Venezuela is the largest borrower with $60 billion in Chinese state loans, mainly for energy and infrastructure projects. China also has voting membership in the Inter-American Development Bank and the Caribbean Development Bank. What are the political motivations of China in the region? China's South-South cooperation strategy aims to enhance its influence through aid, investment, and trade. By prioritizing soft power and fostering cultural connections, China has gained political favor and positioned itself as an alternative ally to the U.S. and Europe. Its extensive political exchanges and strategic partnerships with Latin American nations further strengthen China's presence in the region. China's efforts to isolate Taiwan have led to diminished support from Latin American nations, with only 7 still acknowledging its sovereignty. Honduras, the Dominican Republic, and Nicaragua have recently switched allegiance to Beijing, while countries like Haiti are under increasing pressure. Additionally, China's deepening ties with Latin America are seen as strengthening authoritarian regimes in Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. What kind of security connections do they possess? China's strategy in Latin America emphasizes security and defense cooperation, including arms sales, exchanges, and training programs. Venezuela is the top buyer of Chinese military equipment, followed by Argentina, Bolivia, Ecuador, and Peru. Cuba is also seeking to enhance its military relations with China. U.S. intelligence officials are wary of China's expanding intelligence partnership with Cuba. China initially participated in the UN peacekeeping mission in Haiti, deploying riot police and providing military training exercises. Although they later withdrew, China continues to support local law enforcement in the region by supplying anti-riot gear, military vehicles, transportation equipment, motorcycles, and automatic weapons to countries like Bolivia, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, and Ecuador. What other significant areas contribute to bilateral cooperation? China has made substantial investments in Latin America's raw materials sector, focusing on coal, copper, natural gas, oil, and uranium. They have also shown interest in lithium production in Argentina, Bolivia, and Chile. Chinese state-owned firms are heavily involved in energy development, but concerns about the environmental and health impacts have been raised. China has also financed renewable energy projects and infrastructure development across the region. Additionally, they are focused on building new infrastructure like AI, cloud computing, smart cities, and 5G technology. What is the response of the United States? U.S. policymakers and military officials are concerned about China's growing presence in Latin America, while President Biden aims to counter China's influence by renewing U.S. leadership in the region. The Biden administration launched the Build Back Better World initiative to develop infrastructure in low- and middle-income countries, including Latin America. However, funding for this initiative has been limited. China's engagement with Latin America has created new opportunities and challenges, and its impact is likely to have long-term effects on global economic and political dynamics. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our future content. We truly appreciate your support. See you in the next one.